Hey all, it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I want to talk to you about makeup products that are in my collection that I absolutely love, but I'm not going to be repurchasing. And the reason I'm not going to be repurchasing them despite loving them is because I have found an option that works better for me. I still want to tell you about all these products because in a lot of cases, these are still amazing products. In every one of these cases, they are still amazing products, and some of them might be at a price point that is better for you or things like that, but I have just found the thing that works better for me, so I am moving over to a different product. But let's go ahead and talk about these. Not gonna lie, wearing a bold lip with Invisalign, it's a bold choice. The first thing that I want to start with is Tinted Glowy Primer. Now, what I have used for so long is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. The shade I have is Too Light. I love this product. It is such a beautiful, I can't swatch all of these, but this is such a beautiful product with just a light tint to it. And then when you blend it out, it just sort of gives a nice glow to the skin. I like to wear this as either a liquid highlighter or under my makeup as almost like a face primer, just to bring that extra glow. It really, really is gorgeous. The consistency of it is thinner than a foundation, much thinner than a foundation, but thicker than a primer. So I do feel like it's somewhere in between. It is a gorgeous product. I am going to use every single drop of this, but the reason why I likely will not be repurchasing this, and also let me just say, for some of these, if they go on super sale, or if I run out and I need a quick fix, with a quick fix, it makes it sound like a drug, but makeup kind of is a drug. But in general, I might buy these products again someday. It's just unlikely. But the thing that has sort of replaced this in my heart is the Auric Glow Lust. Now, also I will say I purchased the Hollywood Flawless Filter. I did purchase this bottle of Glow Lust. I have since received extra in PR, but this shade is Selenite. And the reason that I like this better is because, first of all, they have some nice tints to it. It's the same kind of thing, but I feel like the consistency of it is more like skincare. It feels very hydrating. You still have that beautiful glow. I still use this in a similar way as I do this. I put it on under my makeup. Sometimes I will tap a little on the high points of my face, but this, my skin likes it better. I feel like it does have more of a glow, and maybe it sounds cheesy, but I like the distribution method like way better. So this has a pump on it, which I feel like is a lot more sanitary than a massive doe foot that you're just, smearing on a palette or smearing on your face. And I just overall like the Auric better. Now, I do also want to talk about prices with each one. So the Charlotte Tilbury is $49. The Auric is $46.50. So you're actually saving a few dollars with this. That is not the case with most of my other choices. Most of my other choices, I kind of upgraded, I guess. And this is one case where it's not that I downgraded, but I saved a few bucks. So for the next one, let's sort of stay with complexion products. I can't believe that I'm so low on this. I've used so much of this. Wait, can I even see where I am? Yep. I have about this much left. So this is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Foundation, Weightless Liquid Foundation. My shade is 31NN, and this is such a good match for me. This is what I would wear when I wanted a medium coverage foundation, not a tinted moisturizer. I have a tendency to use, not a tendency, I want to use tinted moisturizers more than foundation usually, because I don't like the feel of it on my skin. I don't love the feel of a lot of product on my skin. I go very light on the skin. And like, for example, today I chose to do a bold lip, or other times I might choose to do a bold eye. I am never wearing full coverage foundation. So the most you'll see me do is medium coverage. This is medium buildable. And I have used most of this because it's a really good foundation. I feel like it has a skin-like finish. I just feel like it's really beautiful and comfortable and everything like that. But when it comes to wanting to wear foundation as opposed to tinted moisturizer, my choice has been the Salt New York. So I don't think I'll be buying this again. I will absolutely purchase this again. So the way that Salt New York does theirs is they have these refillable palettes. Each palette is $16, and I will say this retails for $40. Now, there is nowhere near as much product in one of these palettes as there is in this, but the cost is so low that even if you're buying two of these, that is still less than this. And I find that a little bit goes such a long way with these that I love to be able to mix and match, or this is so buildable that you can do a light coverage or a medium. Today, I did more of a medium coverage. I built it up, but my skin still looks so healthy. This feels to me so much more comfortable on the skin. I don't feel it than this does. So while I do think that this is a fantastic medium coverage foundation that is buildable, that is skin-like, that looks lovely on the skin, for me and my dry skin, this has been a game changer. So when looking at like a medium coverage foundation, if I'm choosing between the two, I'm going for this. When this runs out, I'm not going to be immediately repurchasing. When this runs out, immediately repurchasing. Also, this is one that I did purchase, and this I did receive. No, this one I purchased. I have since received more in PR since I've purchased it, but this specific one I did purchase myself. There is a hair somewhere in or around my nose, and it is driving me crazy. Every time I've stopped talking, I go in the mirror and I'm like, where is it? And I can't find it. It is driving me up a wall. All right, sticking with complexion. This is an oldie but a goodie, and I have to admit I was kind of surprised almost to find out that you can still purchase this. This is one of those things where I was like, I've had it for so long, it's probably discontinued and I can't even talk about it. It is still very much available. So this is the Anastasia Contour Kit, Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. And what you get with this are 3 powders, like you have pretty much a banana powder, you have a setting powder, a brightening powder, and then 3 different shades of contour. You can tell the one I've used the most. This one I have a very significant dip in. This one doesn't look like it's even been breathed upon. Same with the powders. I don't use the powders, but I love these 2 contour shades so much. I feel like they are warm without being orange, but they are not so cool tone that they are gray, because that is one of my biggest pet peeves personally. I prefer to have like a warm complexion. I do not like gray tones on my face. So gray toned bronzers, gray toned contours, I know that they create, not bronzers, but contours. I know that they're meant to create shadows and that's why they are gray. It just doesn't work for me. I am somebody who nowadays, I prefer a more like bronzer situation where I'm doing my bronzer and contour at the same time. So I really love this, and I will continue to use this till at least these 2 are gone. I feel so bad that I haven't touched these, and I know I could take these out, and I probably will. I'll probably take these out and give them to a friend, but these I absolutely love. Oh, I hit a tiny, tiny little pan in there. You can barely see it, but I've had this for so long. This retails for $40. I did purchase this myself. But since then, I have 2 options that I do like more. And I will warn you that both of these options cost more than this one. So the first one, which is so close to being gone, look at that. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand. Love this. So I don't love the method of up top where it's got like kind of the puff ball, but it is a cream contour. You can see it there, that you just place right in the hollows of your cheeks. And the reason that I like this is because it blends out really easily. You can see it right there. It blends out so nicely, but it is cool toned enough that it does still create that shadow. This is what I use for contour, okay? Like when I just want a straight contour, this retails for $42, but on a daily basis, like I said, for the most part, I'm doing that bronzer thing, and it is absolutely the Charlotte Tilbury Sun Kissed Glow Bronzer. You can see I've hit significant pan. I love this. By the way, all 3 of these I did purchase myself. I absolutely love this. This retails for $58. And when I purchased it, I almost threw up. And I literally was like, if I even remotely don't like this, it's going back. I love it. I love it so much. It is such a warm tone. This one is a warm tone, and this is One Fair Pale. I love this so much though. I used this today, and what I do is I like to bring it up. I'll focus a little more sort of in the hollows of my cheeks, but I bring it up. I love the warmth this gives the skin. I love how easy it is. I do have dry skin. I am 44 years old, and I feel like this does a really nice job on my more mature skin. I feel like it's comfortable. It wears well. It doesn't get patchy. Just everything about this I absolutely love. So, I mean, when it comes to this, I will continue to use this, but I'm not going to repurchase this. Both of these I will. Let's move on to the eyes. I have a couple of eye products, and then I have one like skincare product. As far as eyes, this one is interesting to me because I'm like, I don't know if I would have ever gotten through this. I think I will still like maybe not even get all the way through it, but I'm looking at this so fondly because this was one of my first makeup loves. The NYX Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil in Black Bean. How many of you used this and or continue to use this? This was my go-to, my hands down go-to black base for whenever I was doing shadows. What's nice is that it has a very creamy consistency and you can build it up. I'm going to put it on like full opacity right here. You can see how maybe I'm trying to see, there you go. You can see it has a little bit of a shine to it, right? That's because this base stays pretty sticky. Not sticky, but a little bit tacky where stuff can grip onto it nicely and it's beautiful. But the problem with that is I could let this sit on my hand for 20 minutes, by the way. So this is still an accurate portrayal. But the second I touch it, it smears. And it's nice, and if you want a real smudgy look, then this is the product for you. It's still awesome, and I'm not getting rid of it. Plus, the best part, this is $6. $6 for this black base. But I have two that I like better. Not the smartest thing to swatch a black base on your hand. So here are the two that I like better. The first one is the Matte Fluid Eye Paint by About Face. This retails for $16. I love it. This shade is Art of Darkness. So this is, you know what, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do a black shadow. So this, first of all, reaches full black pretty quickly. But what's nice is that this dries down, whereas this one stays a little stickier. This one does not. This one dries all the way down to a matte, and I'm going to let this dry while I talk about the other one, and I will swatch that next to it. This is an amazing black base to have, 100%, but my new favorite black base, and I will still repurchase this, but my new favorite is the Melt It Liquid Shadow and Base, and this is a Night Swim. I've been using this in so many looks. So this is also a liquid eyeshadow. Again, full black opacity immediately. You can tell it's even more black than the About Face. Like, this is the blackest eyeshadow base I've seen, and you can just use this as a liquid eyeshadow. This retails for $24, by the way. I prefer these so much more than this. This smudges, like I said. Sometimes you have to go over it a bunch of times to get it to be that full opacity, whereas with these, one swipe and we are like, you mean, black and blacker. To do a completely fair comparison, I also added the NYX one over here. And again, you can see like the level of opacity. You can see these two have dried down matte, whereas this one still has like a little bit of a sheen to it. But also, just to show you, I'm going to take, so this is one of the Cleona Fruit Lighters, and this shade is in Sour. It's my favorite one, kind of obviously. So it is just this beautiful, like, lime green with kind of a twist. So I want to pat this over all three of the bases so you can see. All right, here we go. So we do have, this one is the NYX. You can see that you still get that pop from this. This is still a great base, but at the same time, it's not as punchy as these two are. I even feel like, and maybe I'm imagining this, but again, this is Milk, this is About Face. I feel like the Milk one picks up some of the duochrome of this, even slightly better than the About Face, but I still just love both of these so much. It really pops over them. I put the same amount of product on top. So yeah, I mean, that was all that to say, gosh, this is such a pretty color. All that to say, these are all three great products. If you're looking for a really budget option, the NYX one is fantastic. If you want to go like a slight step up, the About Face, amazing. And the Melt is like, to me, the king of kings. I absolutely love this. So I thought this next one was going to hurt a little more than it does because I was worried about price. But hear me out. Okay, so the KVD Tattoo Liner in Trooper has for a long time been my go-to black liquid liner. I wear black liquid liner, obviously, like I'm not wearing it today, which is kind of ironic, but I wear this almost every single day. I love to have a black line. Even if I'm wearing no other eyeshadow, I will have some black liquid liner on always. I feel like it's the thing that completes a look, and this has for a long time been my favorite. So you've got a very, very fine-tipped point here. And what I love about it is that the liquid is liquidy. I know that sounds dumb to say, but for so many, it'll drag across the eye. This allows you to drag nicely. The only thing I didn't love about this is sometimes it doesn't dry down completely matte, but I kind of didn't care because the formula is so good. This retails for $25, okay? This hurt when I first tried it, okay? This has been my replacement. This is the Surratt Autographique Liner. So the way that this works is you unscrew it and you have these little cartridges. I can't believe that's how much I have left. We'll get into this later, but you have these little cartridges, okay? So the first thing you do is you buy this whole set together. for $44. That price is kind of extraordinary to me, I have to admit, $44. But the tip is just as fine of a point, if not even more fine. It doesn't scratch, and it is so deliciously liquidy and wet that it glides on so easily, and it's just beautiful. It is instantly opaque black right upon doing it. And I also have this in blue, so the color blue is also very opaque. But what I love about this is that this is $44. But when you want to replace just the cartridge inside, it's only $20. So it's like if I were to buy 2 pens or whatever, I have to pay $25 every single time. Whereas this, I'm just buying the $20 refills from here on out. I do also have a discount code with Surratt, and if you want to use that, great. If not, cool too. But I just really like this better than any liquid liner I've tried. That is a gauntlet I'm throwing down right there, but I'm standing by it. This is the best liquid liner I've ever tried. If you are somebody who loves liquid eyeliner and who wears it a lot, I do think it's worth the investment to get the Surratt. The KVD one is still amazing quality, and I'm not saying I will never use this again. This one actually is empty. I took this out of my empties bin, but I will probably still purchase this again in the future, also because it's very easy to find. You can find it at Ulta and Sephora, whereas this, you can't really go into many stores and find. But if I'm looking for the best of the best, this to me is the best. The Surratt is amazing. We have one more item to go, and this one, I have to admit, this one disappoints me, okay? Because it is really good, but I've tried the best and it does not compare for me. Okay, this one is even a dupe product. So the dupe product that I want to talk about is the Nature Well Firming Cheeky Cream. This is a dupe for the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream. You can see I've used a good amount of this. The smell, very similar to the Boom Boom Cream. I'd say a slightly more floral. By the way, if it isn't already obvious, the actual Boom Boom Cream is the one that I prefer. But I just want to tell you about the differences, okay? The smell is just slightly more floral, but very similar. And the quality of the actual cream, it's nowhere near as thick. I bought this in hopes, in dreams that it would compare to this, because this full price is $15. I got it for $7 on a lightning sale on Amazon. $7 as opposed to $48 effing dollars. But you guys, I really do think this is the better one. Now, with that being said, and the reason I feel like it's better, by the way, first of all, I think the smell is better. The smell lasts longer. And for me, the most important thing, the hydration on me lasts longer. I do have very dry skin, and the hydration on this lasts a good long time, whereas this doesn't last as long. But that being said, if you've never tried the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream, just go straight for this one, okay? Just go straight for the Nature Well, because you kind of won't know the difference yet, right? I really do feel like there is a difference when it comes to this. Like, I don't know if you can even tell, like, it's thick, but still like moves around comfortably. I don't know. I can't explain it. I can't explain it. Oh, the smell though. This one to me smells better. The consistency of this one is better. Is this still a great lotion? Abso-freaking-lutely. I really love it. I love the smell of it. I love the way it feels. But if you're going to compare direct like apples to apples, because this is a dupe down to the exact container, it goes for this one. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Everything I talked about is going to be linked down below. But what I want you to tell me in the comments, what is your product like this? That maybe you found something that you absolutely loved, but you found something that you just love better, so it's replacing it. But it doesn't mean you don't still have the love for that first product. I mean, also, like, a lot of us, we're just like makeup lovers here. We're skincare lovers. We're hair care lovers. And we can love multiple things at once, but we can also say that one thing is better for us than another. If you like this video, if you like this concept, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I have so many cool videos coming out in the next few months that you're absolutely going to want to be here for. You all can follow me on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Those are all Glitter Fallout. And as always and forever, you are super freaking rock stars. I love you so much with my whole entire heart, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.